All right, so a lot of people are selling their Mopars. A lot of people are selling their Chargers and Challengers, and they're getting out of the Mopar game. And the number one reason why, the number one reason that I'm hearing and being told is they're too common. Too many people drive them. Everywhere you go, you see Dodge Chargers and Dodge Challengers. You see Scat Packs and Hellcats every day. RTs and V6s every single day. The cops got them. Highway Patrol got them. Sheriff's Department's got them. I see too many Mopars on the road, which is why I'm selling mine or I'm not buying one at all. Is this how a lot of people are feeling out there? Is this why a lot of you guys are getting rid of your Mopars and selling your Scats and Cats and RTs? Is because you feel they're too common? Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a car that makes this a car vlog. You already know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. I've got car content, car shows, car review, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. Right when else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So boom, we're losing a lot of Mopar people on a day-to-day basis. I feel like earlier on, 2015 through maybe 2020. Or maybe even 2019, 2020. I feel like Mopar was really kind of, being creative, doing things that a lot of companies had not been doing prior to, taking things to a whole nother level as far as performance is concerned. But I think a lot of people are getting used to these cars, and because of that, a lot of people are selling them. And what I mean when I say getting used to is I feel like a lot of people are feeling like Mopars are becoming too common. Too many people own them. They're seeing too many on the road on a day-to-day basis. Scat Packs and Hellcats don't have the allure that they once did. It's just too many people own these cars. And on top of that, let's be honest here, too many of the wrong type of people own these cars. When you get on Instagram, when you get on TikTok, you see people sliding the hell out of these cars. You see people doing crazy burnouts in these cars. You see people going to takeover meets in these cars. And it's giving Dodge, it's giving Mopar in general a bad name. And a lot of people don't want to be associated with that. And I can understand that. And as a result, a lot of people are either selling their Mopars and getting away from Mopar in general, or they're simply not buying Mopars at all. Like, they don't even want to get into that world, The number one comment that I see in a lot of my videos is, Mopars are a dime a dozen. Like, they see them every single day. And I got to be honest with you, at least in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where I live, I see a lot of Chargers and Challengers on a day-to-day basis. I got to keep it real with you. I see a lot of Scat Packs and RTs on a day-to-day basis. Hellcats, Red Eyes, Demons, stuff like that are a little more rare. You know what I'm saying? I may see a Hellcat once or twice a week. I never see Demons. You know what I'm saying? I never see Demons at all on the road. Scat Packs are a little different. I feel like I see Scat Packs every other day. RTs, I definitely see RTs. V6s, I definitely see V6s and RTs every other day, or if not every day. So I definitely see certain trims more than I see other ones, But I will be honest with you, I do see Mopars every single day. Every single day I see Chargers and Challengers. Even if it's not people like you and I, just normal day-to-day consumers. If it's not us, it's police. At least in Charlotte, North Carolina, state troopers drive 5.7 Hemis. Sheriff's officers drive Chargers. CMPD, which is Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. I've seen them in Chargers. So I definitely see Mopars every single day, somehow, some way, whether it's us driving them or whether it's police, whether it's law enforcement, something like that. Hell, even security companies got Dodge Chargers. Like security companies for like the mall, like mall cops and private security firms, they've got Chargers too. So I see where people are coming from. I see that a lot of people don't like driving a car that everybody and their mom is driving. Me personally, it doesn't bother me. And the reason I say that is because obviously, this is a Hellcat jailbreak, so it's kind of like as your boy Tall Guy car reviews used to say, it's the top of the mook, So you don't see, like I said, you don't see Hellcats every single day. You don't really see Scat Packs every single day, although I feel like I'm starting to see more Scat Packs on the day-to-day. But with me, I just think I'm just a part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a part of the Mopar culture. Like, me personally, I kind of like it. I like it when I'm driving my Hellcat or I'm driving my Charger and I see other Chargers, and they pull up next to me, and it's like, oh, bro, that's a Hellcat. I'm like, yeah, that's Hellcat. I like the Scat. I like the RT. I like your cat. You know what I'm saying? Your Hellcat, excuse me. You know, I like it. I like being a part of a kind of a small piece in a large machine, or a small cog in a machine. You know, it doesn't bother me one bit. But there are a lot of people that do not like that. There are a lot of people that have the mindset and mentality like, I want to be one of one. I want to be the only one. And if you think about it, like going back, I only knew one person with the 392, like in 2015, 2016. I only knew one person with the 392 in 2015 and 2016. That was back when I had the SRT 392s, right? I only knew one person with that trim back then. And I don't think I knew anybody with the Hellcat. You know, they were not common at all back then. Not even because they were expensive, because, you know, like I know, they were cheapest when they first came out. But it's just like, you know, there was nobody that was driving a 392 Hemi or Hellcat back then. Now, however, that's almost the starting point. Like, I feel like in 2015, 2016, you started out with either a V6 like myself or an RT, and then got your Scat and your Cat later on. Now, I feel like the Scat Pack is like the starting point, and then, you know, if you save your money and work your money the right way, the Hellcat will be, you know, where you're at next, you know? So it's like the Scat Pack is kind of like the starting point. Like, you have to have a Scat in order to, I don't know, fit in with the Mopars. Like, at this point, at this juncture, you know what I'm saying? That's not true, obviously. I mean, you can get whatever you want. You can get your RT, you can get your V6, whatever. But I feel like it's just different right now. Like, culture has shifted in such a way that, you know, it's one of those things, like, if you're going to own a Mopar, it's got to be at minimum a Scat, and then of course you can go up from there. You know me, my route was, I had my V6, my Rally V6, and then I had my wide body Scat Charger, and now I'm in the Cat. But it's not that way now, which is why, you know, when you get on the road, you see hella 392s, quite a few RTs, even more V6s. And when you see those V6s, it's normally like a family. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't like that either. They don't like the fact that they're driving a car that, you know, a family of 4 is driving as well to the right of them, you know? And I get that. I can understand it. But at the same time, me, it's just like, you know, it's the culture. Like, it's you're just a larger, or you're a small part of a larger culture of car enthusiasts. And it just so happens we're all driving Mopars. And the other consensus, or the other mindset, is that the wrong people are driving these cars. Let's be honest here. When you turn on Instagram, when you get on TikTok, or whatever the case may be, you see the wrong kind of people driving these cars. You know, the wrong kind of people stealing these cars. You know, your favorite rapper probably has one of these cars in his video, which, depending on how you look at it, could be a good thing or a bad thing, you know? So a lot of people are looking at it that way. Like, it's just, right now, the name of Dodge is just, you know, it's kind of all over the place, right? Like, you can have the best of the best people that own these cars, and then you can have people that steal these cars for a living. You know what I mean? And it's all over the place. So a lot of people are looking at it like, I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to deal with that type of stuff. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I only drive my Hellcat probably twice a week. Not because I obviously don't love it. It's just one of those things, like, when you get a car like this, it can't be, at least for me, it shouldn't be your daily car. It should be like your fun car, your weekend car, the late night car. And then also, at least in Charlotte, North Carolina, there are just certain places I don't want to take this car. You know what I'm saying? There are certain places that I just don't want to be seen in this car. There are certain places I don't want to park this car. There are certain places I don't even want to drive this car through, as far as neighborhoods are concerned. When I drive my daily, I lock it and I go to hell on. You know what I'm saying? But when I lock this, and when I walk away from this and I lock it, I got to lock it 2 or 3 times. I got to make sure all my security systems are armed. I got to kind of watch for a minute to make sure that nobody's parking too close to it, because they might be trying something. You got to turn around and look at it, because, I mean, you know, like I know, that could be the last time you ever see your Mopar. So, you know, it's a lot of things that go against owning a Mopar. There are a lot of things out there that are stopping people from owning these cars. There are a lot of things that are kind of encouraging people to get rid of these cars. Like, owning one of these cars, I'm not gonna lie to you, it can be a headache. It's an amazing car. I have a lot of fun with it. I love the people that I meet with it. But boy, when I tell you it's a stressor, it is a stressor. When you park your car and you look at it as you're walking away, you could be looking at it for the last time. Like, that's how crazy it is out here in some in certain cities and some places, you know. And you guys know that better than I do, you know. So it's just one of them things, like, a lot of people just don't want to get involved with it, which is why people are either selling their Mopars and getting rid of them altogether, or they're just not getting into Mopar at all because it's just too much of a hassle, too much of a strain. I'll be the first one to tell you, I love this car. I would buy it 10 times over. I would have bought my Scat 10 times over. I would have bought my V6 10 times over. It's just one of those things, like, you just kind of got to read the room, or read the society and the culture that you live in. You can't drive these cars every single day. You can't drive these cars every single place that you go. You can't park these cars. Like, I would never ever take this car to a mall and park it like in a parking deck. I would never take it downtown and park it in a parking deck unless I know that that parking deck is like security sealed type deal, video cameras, all that stuff. But I just wouldn't, you know, I just wouldn't. This is the type of car where it's like, I'm taking it out, I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna meet up with the guys, maybe a gas station run, we may hit a restaurant or something like that, and then I'm coming home. But so, I mean, a lot of people just don't want to take on that responsibility, and I get that 100%. It is a hassle. You know what I'm saying? One of my friends just got rid of his Hellcat, and he was like, you know, the biggest thing was just the hassle of owning it. The hassle of everywhere I go, I got to look 2 or 3 times to make sure that it doesn't get stolen, I don't get robbed, or I don't get harassed by the damn police. Like, let's be honest here. You know, there's a city in North Carolina, Concord, North Carolina. For all my North Carolinians, you know what I'm talking about. If you go to Concord and you got illegal tint, you're getting pulled over. Cops up there don't play. That's a $298 ticket right off the rip. No questions asked. So I don't drive my car in Concord. You know what I'm saying? Not because I'm afraid of it getting stolen or broken into, but I don't want to get pulled over. Right? Like, it's an almost guarantee. You go to Concord, North Carolina in a Mopar with illegal tint, you're getting pulled over. That's $298 that's coming out of your wallet. Just like that. No questions asked. So you got all of those factors and all those things working against you. So a lot of people just don't want to get into it. So between being too common and just being too much of a kind of a pain in the ass to own, a lot of people are leaving Mopar or not coming to Mopar, period. And to some degree, I understand it. I mean, me personally, I like the fact that I see a lot of charges and challenges because, you know, that just lets me know that, you know, great minds think alike. These are great cars, therefore more people buy them. I would feel some type of way if I was the only person on the road with this type of car. It would rub me some type of way. Sure, I would feel one-on-one, but it's like, do people not like these cars? Are they not good cars, kind of thing? It's like, I've always heard bad things about Range Rovers. Like, I've always heard that they're expensive and they break down really easily. Henceforth, the reason that you only see 1 or 2 Range Rovers on the road a week, you know, but you see Mopars all over the place. So it's different strokes for different folks, different mindsets for different people. But at the same time, I mean, I personally love it. I love the Mopar culture as far as how many people own these cars, but a lot of people don't. And that's why a lot of people are leaving. Is that something that you're getting into? Because when I read the comments, people are always talking about it's just too many people that own these cars. They're too common. They're a dime a dozen. Or the wrong people own these cars. You know what I'm saying? The wrong people with the wrong image own these cars. So I don't even want to get into that, you know? And that's always a possibility there. But as always, guys, it's your boy Knockout, man. Talk to me. Like, subscribe, comment. It's hot as hell, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. How do you feel about it? You know, talk to me. See you guys in the next one. Peace.